What's up, everybody? I'm the MMA Casual, and today I'm going to be talking about UFC 285. I'm going to be recapping all the fights. And of course, before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe, share this video. I'm a content creator moving over from TikTok to YouTube, and I need your help. All right, first off, I want to just give myself a pat on the back and let you know that I did go 5 for 7 with my predictions. Even though it wasn't 100%, I was proud because my first 4 picks, not only did I guess the winner, but I guessed the round and I guessed the way they were going to win, which I think is pretty impressive. So guys, if you're into predictions, breakdowns, be sure to follow. All right, moving on to Duplicity versus Derek Brunson. Guys, I said it. I said Duplicity is going to have a feel-out round with Derek Brunson. He's going to go into the second. He's going to ultimately end in TKO. The problem was I was not impressed with his performance. There's a lot of hype around Duplicity, but to be honest, that performance wasn't anything to be happy about. He showed he has no endurance and cardio. Derek Brunson as well. It was just a real sloppy fight. A lot of the second round, they had their hands down the whole time, just gassed out, kind of just falling over each other, and it was pretty embarrassing. But with that being said, he did win that fight, and he should be moving into our top 10 of the middleweight division. Next up with a somewhat lackluster performance as well is Cody No Love. Even though I did say he was going to win in decision, I was not too happy on how he did so. I didn't think he dominated the way he should have, especially fighting an opponent like Jon Jones. You saw him showboating a little, and he was excited to be in the octagon. But ultimately, Cody No Love, not too impressed. And now for the main card, Bo Nickal with a very controversial win because right before he gets that takedown that ultimately ends the fight, it was a bit of a low blow, and I have to agree with it. After watching the replay, it is pretty clear that Bo Nickal hit a nice knee to the crotch, and ultimately, I think it would have been the same result, but it is what it is. You know, he hit the family jewel, so we'll see what comes from that. Bo Nickal's the real deal. He's moving up in the middleweight division. He's definitely going to be a contender. They're giving him a lot of hype. I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. After that fight, of course, we had Gamrot, and I said he was going to win in split decision. He did. I thought that fight was really, really good. I think it was a close fight. I don't think it was a robbery. I think he earned it. I think Gamrot's the real deal. You got to give it to him when you're fighting someone at 155 pounds and they're 6'3". It's going to be a little tougher than it should be, right? So it is what it is. It's what I expected. I think it was a fun fight. So I'm excited to see what's to come from Gamrot. Next up, of course, the hype, Shavkat Rakhmonov. And he took on Geoff Neal, which in my opinion impressed me. I did not expect Geoff Neal to make it that late with Shavkat Rakhmonov. I ultimately chose Shavkat to win by submission in the second round. He ended up doing it in the third round with a very exciting fashion. I'm going to leave a picture probably right here. He did it standing. He just got him with a rear naked choke, and he basically put him to sleep. I don't think he was officially out, but as soon as he let him go, his body did go a little limp, and he dropped to the floor. So Shavkat Rakhmonov, he's the real deal. We're seeing these intense grapplers make it up the welterweight division, and all I have to say is, Leon Edwards, you better be wrestling and you better be grappling, because everyone who's contending for the welterweight belt knows how to grapple, and it's only getting more and more serious. Valentina Shevchenko, a negative 900. And if you remember correctly, I said these are not odds you like to bet with. At the end of the day, you could be a negative 900, 400, 2,000 like Bo Nickal. It's still combat sports. And with that being said, anything can happen. Alex Grasso, she just came in. She handled business. And now we have a third Mexican champ. I would like to say it's a second because Yara Rodriguez is interim. I don't really count that. But Mexico's on the map, and I think the world's excited. As far as Valentina Shevchenko goes, I do think she deserves an automatic rematch. I'm the first one to say don't hold up a division. But the reality is, if you are a dominant champ, just like Valentina is, just like Amanda Nunes has been, just like Jose Aldo was, just like Usman was, just like Adesanya was, and you deserve an automatic rematch. You've been so dominant for so long. If a fight was close, give it back to them. I agree with that call, and I think Valentina is going to come back hungrier than ever. I think she needed this loss to just make her a monster, even more of a monster than she already is. And I think she's going to handle business next time they meet in the octagon. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Jon Bones Jones versus Ciryl Gane. I have to stop and I have to say, I was wrong. A man has to admit when he was wrong, and I was very wrong. Before that fight, I said Jon Jones is the GOAT. And no matter what happens this Saturday, he remains the GOAT. But what I would like to say is that if he would have lost, he would have stayed the same. But the fact that he beat Ciryl Gane in the heavyweight division, and he did it with a few minutes. He did a few minutes into the first round just not only solidifies that he's the GOAT, but it just puts him worlds ahead of everybody else. We really didn't see anything. It was a terrible fight. I was so disappointed when it ended in the way it did. But at the end of the day, Jon Jones is that good. Took down Cyril Gane. He took a low blow early in the fight. That's all we saw Cyril Gane do. Took him down. He was able to sneak it. You could see that his what he ended up ultimately doing as far as movement goes while grappling was something that Henry Cejudo taught him to kind of just move around, get him up against the cage. Don't do too much, I believe, is what Henry Cejudo said. And you know what? It was simple, it was sweet, and he got a tap so early into the fight. And I just don't even know what to say at this point. I really did expect Cyril Gane to come in there, go for a lot of leg kicks, body shots. I expected him to be accurate, and I expected Jon Jones to not look like Jon Jones. At the end of the day, we did see him decline against Dominic Reyes. He did go up 50 pounds. He hadn't fought in 3 years. Like everything was pointing at this is not going to be the same Jon Jones we know. But he surprised us all. You got to give him the credit. And again, I'm wrong. So, guys, that's your UFC 285 recap. Be sure to follow for episodes like this every week and anything you want in the comments. Let me know what you think. And of course, share this video.